It's just different.
Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it.
What up, everybody, and welcome to another edition of SAT Sports with yours truly, Marcus, part of Driving to the Top Productions, where the world don't stop. And on the show today, we will once again be talking Houston Astros. But first, let me introduce to you my guests once again for the second consecutive time from the Worldly Podcast. It's Jordan. How you doing today, Jordan?
No, I'm doing good and ready to talk about some Astros.
Finally, huh? That's what you wanted to do at first. And then I was like, let's do LSU first. And then we'll talk that. So you're the first guy ever to come on this show back to back. And to be doing this for a month. And I will give it to you. Last episode we did together, the most highest rated viewed episode in the history of this show. We had over 200 views on just Twitter. That's a lot. And that just came from my Twitter page, which this show streams on my YouTube channel and through my Twitter. And as of tonight, it will also be streaming through the World Elite Podcast YouTube channel as well. So the more we tune in, the more people we get, and that's what it's all about. And I'm excited about it. So now I know I helped create the show 3 years ago. It's a wrestling show, but big thank you to my buddy Dylan, your cousin, for making it happen. And it's going to be fun. So if you've watched the last episode I did, this is going to be a part 2 for the Astros talk. I did it with Jason, the H-Town General, a couple of weeks ago. I might kind of ask you a little bit the same, but I won't ask you exactly everything I asked him because, unfortunately, you were never at an Astros game before. And even your mom's tuning in. How you doing, Miss Kim? Your boy made history today. First time ever on this show back-to-back. No other guy's ever done that on the short time of this show. So I think I might know the answer to this, but I'm just going to start real quick. Who's your all-time favorite Astro?
Like on the team now? Right now?
On the team now or all-time? Just how long have you been watching the Houston Astros?
It's been a little while. I'll say, I'll say Alex Bregman.
There you go. You're going with the LSU great himself. I started watching them like in the 90s. So, like, what year did you think you just started noticing them? Like, what year you could say was the first time you've ever watched them on TV and just like bought their gear, wore the ball cap, all that good stuff?
Yeah, I got the gear for Christmas one year, and I started watching them. I don't know. Yeah,
Dylan's tuning in today.
It's been a little while.
Yeah, I think you told me you started watching them like about 8 years ago, 2000, about 15, 16. You just started noticing them and hopped on them. So I've been watching them for a long time. I was there for the good times and the bad. I was even watching them when they went to their first ever World Series in 2005, and they got swept against the White Sox. That was a bad timing, but the years go by and there were some good times and bad, and it got better. But so you have Alex Bregman ranked like number 1. So that kind of goes to the next question. Outside of Bregman, do you have 4 more favorite current Astros today on the roster? Because the second question I was going to ask was top 5 current Astros, which you already said Bregman is your number 1 overall, and he's still playing today. So do you have at least 4 more guys on that team that you love so much? You want to put in your top 5 with Jose Altuve? Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's do Altuve, and then let's see. um, let's see. So Bregman, Altuve, Alvarez,
Yordan Alvarez, okay.
and
Yeah, two more.
they have. They still not have. What's his name? Pena.
Jeremy Pena, yes, they still have him. He's shortstop.
And how many more? One more.
One more. I think your
Uh,
brother hacked your account. Dylan, I know that's your brother talking right there.
and Tucker. Or he's
Kyle
not with us.
Tucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, you still with him?
Okay.
He's still with him. Yeah. So this might be your trickiest question here, but what's some like memorable games you've watched on TV watching Astro games on TV? Sure.
It's watching when they go to the World Series.
See, like when
All
they
them
beat the
games.
Yankees. You like the postseason games, especially when we own the Yankees in the postseason. There you go.
Yeah, watching them.
Well, Dylan's trying to get it going already, but you know what? Let's go to it right now. When you think of the cheating scandal that they had in 2017, and what do you think about that? Like every time you watch an Astros game with either Dylan or you could say Ryan, and they gotta like give you shit and they get in your face like, oh, y'all fucking cheaters, y'all can't win without banging a trash can, all that bullshit. What do you say back in response? I know because you got some good comebacks when people get irritated with you. Like if Dylan or Ryan tell you, y'all bunch of cheaters, y'all can't win without a trash can, what do you tell them back?
I tell them everybody cheats.
Everybody cheats in baseball, but don't get caught. The Yankees cheat. I guarantee you. I've said it every time. They probably, out of those 27 World Series titles, they probably only earned maybe 2 of those. Because of all their bullshit in history. The Red Sox have cheated a few times. The Red Sox cheated to beat the Dodgers the year after we did. They just never got caught or never even admitted it. The Dodgers act like they don't cheat too.
Yeah, that's true.
It's usually those three that get in. That's the only 3 that antagonize you the most. And the Dodgers World Series title win they had during the pandemic wasn't even a real one. They got, unlike us, they have an asterisk by theirs because they didn't get to play a whole season to even win it. If we suck at it, we won a championship with it. And apologize to the media. But at least we earned that second one because ever since we won the last one, nobody gave us shit. They just only bring up the 2017 one.
Yeah.
So I'm going to throw this as a bonus question. Is there at least maybe I'll say 3 to 5? Is there at least 3 to 5 other MLB teams that you just hate with a passion?
Not really. If I have to say, maybe Yankees, Red Sox,
Dodgers. You gotta hate them.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta hate the Rangers. Rangers are like that brother who's that jealous brother. As we got 2, they have 0. They were the first to go back to back. I'll give them that. They were the first to have a World Series win in a series, but they didn't win the whole thing. But they were the first to win one where in our first trip, we got swept in 4 games. They were the first to actually win one, and they also did it in Texas soil. So we'll give them that. But they've had back-to-back opportunities, and they lost both times. The Cardinals used to be a huge rival of the Astros when they were in the National League. So kind of middle fingers to them. Just maybe them top 5. Any of them other California teams like the Oakland A's, which you think you see them going to Vegas, or you think they're going to somehow keep them in Oakland?
Probably keep them in Oakland.
They might as well. I mean, they actually swept a series this past weekend. I don't know if that was their first or it was their first in a long time, but they got a long way of trying to make a playoff. They're like 17-50 right now. It's ridiculous. So
Yeah.
let's talk about let's talk about both World Series wins. I had one question lined up saying, the World Series win over the Phillies, but we'll start with the Dodgers one first. Do you remember watching the World Series against the Dodgers where they went in 7 games and they won it in LA?
Yeah.
You remember
Yeah, I
where you
remember
were
that
when
one.
you watched Game 7? Where were you when you watched it at home?
I think it was home, yeah.
I was at walk-ons, hammered, drinking those tall drafts, if you know what I mean.
Mhm.
Where I could tell you, I probably don't remember where I was. I'm pretty sure I was at home, but that walk-off home run by Alex Bregman in Game 5 against the Dodgers, you remember that?
Yeah, that was awesome.
It was ranked as one of
Yeah,
the highest plays of the 2017 World Series and one of the highest comebacks. That was
yeah.
awesome. Now, the recent one that we just had against the Phillies, only thing I could say, I will bring it back up. It was on November 5th, 2022, the greatest day of my life because the Astros won Game 6 and won their second World Series just literally 12 minutes after LSU beat Alabama in overtime. So you knew where I was. I was at the game when they beat Alabama and I rushed the field. And while I was in the middle of 100,000 people, we got alerted that the Astros won the World Series. And then I was celebrating for more. I'm pretty sure you were kind of on that same boat. Like, I think y'all all were watching at least LSU together, or did y'all have both games on?
We had LSU on the TV, and the game was on the. I had it up on the phone.
Oh, so you were multitasking.
Yeah, watching the game and watching the baseball game.
You were watching it with Dylan and Ryan and Keith and all
Mhm.
them.
Not
And
Keith, but Ryan and Dylan,
Keith,
and yeah.
I'm pretty sure I mean, yeah, all three of y'all were rooting for LSU, but you were probably the only one rooting for the Astros. I figured Dylan and Ryan were rooting for the Phillies.
Yeah, they was. Yeah, they was rooting for the Phillies.
Of of course. That just shows Ryan's not a true Yankees fan because I think if the Phillies is one of their rivals. I know it's not their biggest rival like the Red Sox, but I think Phillies is one of their rivals. You don't usually root for your rivals. We know that. I mean, footballs can be a whole different story, especially if you're talking SEC football. But
Yeah.
I'm like jump off the Astros boat for a little bit. I want to get your thoughts on LSU moving on to Omaha, winning over Kentucky, and heading back to the College World Series for the first time since 2017.
That game yesterday was awesome, and I'm just ready to watch them in Omaha.
Best part is, well, I don't think we'll have to worry about any rain delays in Omaha.
Yeah, hope not.
Shockingly, they didn't have one yesterday after we waited. Let's see, Saturday they were supposed to play at 2 o'clock, and the game didn't start till after 9, so we had to wait 7 hours to watch them blow Kentucky out 14-0. So yeah,
Oh yeah, it was a lot of home runs in that game.
oh yeah, a lot. Dylan Cruz was on a roll. That other pitcher too, his name Skis. He was on a roll too.
Hmm. And
Javert
Trey
was on a
Morgan.
roll. Trey Morgan was on a roll. Well, they all were. So, and I see you're rocking. Is that the 2022 championship hat you got, or that was 2017?
No, that's
The hat.
2022.
Oh, so you're
Yeah.
wearing a current. There
Hmm.
you go. So I know you've unfortunately never been to an Astros game. And see, when I interviewed Jason, I asked him that question: what was like the most memorable game you've watched in person? So I'll kind of vision in your head, like just off the top of your head, if there's anything you want to know about attending Astro games, feel free to ask right now, and I can give you the best answer possible. Yeah, I waited a long time for them to be good, asshole. So you got
Yeah,
anything?
I've,
Go ahead.
I've been to Minute Park once. It was for the Rumble, but
Yep.
that was it.
You haven't. Yeah, and that was the only time you've ever went, right? I mean, I know you never bid for baseball, but not even a concert, just for the Rumble.
just for the Rumble.
What did you think seeing it up close like that?
No, it was pretty nice, and yeah, and I'm pretty sure it's pretty loud over there during a baseball game.
It can it can get pretty loud, even if the roof is open or closed. Be so. And you bought like the Astro Edition Royal Rumble shirts. Like you bought the
Yeah,
orange one that had the Astros logo on it. I remember they did that with the Cowboys whenever I went to WrestleMania. They did that with their logo and shit. And I think they did it for the Saints when I went to WrestleMania. I think both of them they did that. Sorry. Anything else you want to know about attending games?
mm, not really. Just I need to go to one.
They're fun. Here, I don't think I can say this. Like, I'll probably ask you a few of these myself. So, like, just kind of picture yourself. You're going to your first Astros game. It's me, you. We could say Dylan too. We could say they're playing the Red Sox or something. You know, kind of like something similar we did when we went to the Dynamo Sounders game a month ago. We were gonna stop at a Bucky's, of course. Eating probably maybe not Jollibees. I know that was a one-time thing. I mean, I don't know if Dylan is a big guy on Whataburger, but I usually like to go there. Definitely
Yeah,
not
that's pretty
Papados.
good.
That's
Yeah.
way over price. Definitely not Papados. We'll be at Eighth Wonder. I usually go park over there like we did for the soccer game, and we
Mhm.
pre-gamed at Eighth Wonder. I always like to go on giveaway nights. They like to do a lot of giveaways. They give away a lot of bobbleheads. They give away like anything. Like they've given away like hats, sunglasses, fanny packs. They do special certain giveaways. Like since they're the defending champs, every Wednesday home game they give away replica championship rings of a certain player. So this Wednesday, I don't know whose ring it is they're giving away this week, but next Wednesday, the 21st, it's Alex Bregman's ring giveaway when they play the Mets. And I'm supposed to be getting one in the mail from Jason, so that would be so cool. They every Monday home game now they do the Space City night where they wear the Space City jerseys they revealed last year, which those are cool. What's your favorite Astros jersey, by the way? Do you like the traditional home white? Do you like the orange? Do you like the navy jerseys? Like they call them the blast off jerseys, or do you like the Space City ones, or even the traditional road gray jerseys?
I like the orange ones.
I think it's everybody's. Of course, I love the orange one too. Looks good with it, but like I've been really fonded with the navy ones, but I definitely love those Space City ones too.
Yeah.
So and I've seen them play on the week. I've seen them mostly play on Saturdays. I've been to a couple Sunday games. I've been to quite a bit of games in the weekday. Like I've been to a couple of Monday night games. I've been to a Wednesday night game one time, a long ass time ago, like probably right when they moved to Minute Park. But I usually like to go if you go on a Friday night. They have what's called Friday night fireworks. Whether or not they play with the roof open, when the game's over, win or lose, they open the roof and they have a fireworks show every Friday home game. And they have themes too, like Orbit was. They had a DJ Orbit night where Orbit was in charge of the music, and it's like a 10-minute fireworks show. It's so cool. It's one of those memorable home games you got to check out. But they got to like clear like the whole outfield section out because everyone that sits in the outfield can't be right there because of the safety precautions with the
Yeah.
fireworks and everything. So those are fun. Let's see.
I'm pretty sure the train is pretty cool when they hit a homer.
Yes. They also have a thing, you may have saw it. I mean, whenever y'all went for the Rumble, did y'all kind of walk around the ballpark or did y'all just go straight to y'all's seats?
No, we walked around.
Oh, y'all walked around. So did you get to see the Phillips 66 pump?
Yeah, I think so.
It's like out in the center field area. What that is like every home run ever hit, no matter if it's an Astros game, a college game, a high school game, whatever, they count it as an official home run in the park. And the park been open since 2000. And shit, I think I took a picture of the last time I went. I mean, yeah, there's been more home runs lately in the last like 2 months, but what's another thing you oh yeah, they have now like it's called Hall of Fame Alley. Like since they introduced the Astros Hall of Fame in 2019, you see like plaques against the wall and a couple of memorabilia's, like a couple of familiar names, like Nolan Ryan, Jeff Bagwell, Craig Biggio, Jose Cruz, just to name a few legends from the past. They got like all their like memorabilia's in like shadow boxes, and they have like their plaques. Looks something like this. They might do some like Hall of Fame giveaways, Hall of Fame weekend, but like this was like the inaugural class. These little plaques you see right here, it's like on the walls of like Hall of Fame Alley when you walk towards the outfield.
Yeah, then they have the big old chair outside.
Yeah, they got the big old chair too. They have the big ass ring, which they're supposed to put the second one, but they never even start building it yet. They got a few statues outside too, where all the pennants are at, and they're like right by the Union Station, which is a historic landmark train station in Houston. So, what else you like to know about being at Astro games?
Let's see. What is the best food to eat at the stadium?
Okay, I can answer that one for you easily. So, if I ever get a chance to take you, I would have to sneak you and then whoever else in. I like to go into the Honda Club, and here's a sneak peek about this. If you ever want to easily get in the Honda Club, flash a Honda key to the security, and they will get you straight in. I learned that when I went to watch them play the Tigers 4 years ago. I went to a Monday night game just to get the 05 NLCS replica ring, and my buddy brought a Honda key, and he snuck it in there. And he don't even drive a Honda; he drives a Toyota. He took a buddy loaned him a spare Honda key, and he took me there. And probably the best food you can have. I probably ate the best fully loaded nachos. And that was the best $22 I've ever spent. And it was that Nolan Ryan beef they advertise at Astro games. Nolan Ryan, probably one of the best pitchers in Major League Baseball and one of the best to play for the Astros. He has his own like beef company. And you can put some Nolan Ryan beef on your fully loaded nachos. Those best goddamn nachos I've ever ate in my life. And what makes it even better, they have these little tubes of butter you could put in your nachos to make them sweeter. You got that. They got like a massive, like, I wouldn't say a snow cone stand, but they sell like frozen goods. Like when I brought my sister to an Astros game, I took her to the Honda Club. I paid like $16 for a goddamn snow cone or a snowball. They got them those snowball trailers in the ballpark, but they're not cheap. They give them to you in a massive. Yeah, I remember I paid like $16 for it just for her. And that thing was huge, and it was like in a cone-looking deal. Those are good. The only thing I haven't figured out yet, I don't think they do, of all the games I've been to, when we went to the Dynamo game, remember the trail burgers? Shockingly, I don't think they sell them at Astro games. Wish they did, though. Dylan said, of course, Jordan. Yeah, I mean, you got to enjoy something. I mean, they got about everything you can ask for. They got burgers, hot dog. The hot dogs are freaking long as shit. And it's bigger than the bun. Let's see. Now, here's a good question. If you want to drink beer at an Astros game, what are you going to drink? Because I usually drink Crawford Buck now. The Astros beer.
what kind of beer they got.
Well, I mean, they got your typical brand beers. You know, they got Miller Lite, Bud Light, Coors Light, Budweiser, Michelob Ultra. They got the
Probably Michelob.
Carbach brand beers. Like I drink Crawford Bock, the official beer of the Houston Astros. Only thing I can tell you for sure is I think in aluminum bottles maybe like $12, but a draft beer is like 15 or $16. But the draft cups they give you are fucking huge. Everything is very pricey over there, and since COVID, you have to have just like at the soccer match, you have to have like a debit card. You can't pay cash.
Mm-hmm.
So, anything else you want to add? Because I think I got enough. I think I have all I could say on this Astros talk.
I think that's it.
You see it? Other than that, I know they have an off day today. No game today after they unfortunately lost their series to the Cleveland Guardians over the weekend. They should have won Friday, but they blew it. They lost. They won Saturday. No, they got shut out yesterday, 5-0. But I know the Astros are hosting their next 3 series are going to be at Minute Maid Park. They got the Nationals tomorrow through Thursday. They got the Reds this weekend, and then next week, Monday through Wednesday, they host the Mets, and then they go to LA the following weekend and play the Dodgers. And I'm looking forward to kicking the dog shit out of them. Hopefully, that's gonna be a hell of a series right there. But the way they've been playing, do you think they still have a chance to go back to back, or you think their chances are far from none?
Probably not. But hopefully,
yeah, I mean, a lot can change these days, but it's like since opening day, like they fell to the White Sox on opening day, and then at one point they had like a horrible start. They were once like ranked 4th in their division. Now they're like 2nd right now because, they're just like a few short of the Rangers. The Rangers, I think, are still number 1 in the AL West, and they're like heavenly favorite to win their division right now. They still have us considering being playoff contenders, but as a wild card. Which it don't matter if we're a wild card. We once made it to a World Series as a wild card. But we didn't win it, but we still made it. We'll see how it goes from there. I mean, they already beat the Rangers the last time they had a series, and they're going to be playing them again at the end of the month, going into the very beginning of July. That's when they play the Rangers again. But it's gonna be challenging. Hopefully, they can get their head out of their ass and start winning more. You figured with Altuve back, they'd start winning more, but I don't know.
Yeah.
They're just like they win games they're not supposed to and lose games they should be winning. That's kind of like what the Astros is right now. So, but this was fun. We've just made it towards the 30-minute mark, and that will do it for tonight. So this was fun again, but real quick before we go, let the listeners know where they can find you on social media.
You can find me at Jordan_J2000.
Right. Of course, I'm on Twitter at MarcusLeague337. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Twitter if you want to watch SAT Sports anytime on demand. And the next time, I think first time ever, I'm going to try and pull 2 shows this week because I got a very special guest coming on this Friday with LSU heading to Omaha. He's been an internet sensation for the last couple of weeks, but popcorn bucket guy, you know what I mean? I got a hold of him, and he's coming on the show next, and it's going to be this Friday. We're going to be talking LSU baseball on the trip to the World Series, and he's going to reveal his story of how he became bucket guy, which I already knew the story because I've known this guy for a long time. People wouldn't believe if I told them me and him were street neighbors. We lived a street apart. We're from the same hometown, and now he's a big-ass celebrity on campus as bucket guy. So, and his real name's Keegan. So Keegan will be on the show this Friday, 8 p.m. Watch on YouTube and there forth. But that will do it for tonight. Another edition of SAT Sports is down. Thank you guys for tuning in. Go Stros, and go Tigers, and we'll see you this Friday.